Hey Virgo, what's going on? So while I shuffle, I just want to go and give you some information in terms of what's going on planetary wise for you. So, I feel like, well, not I feel, planetary wise, it's this month is going to be about more about your plans and your job. More the kind of family. I'm not saying you're not going to care about your family, but your focus is going to be more on your career and your plans as well. And also, you're going to have the liberty to formulate your goals and follow them with courage and conviction as well. Also, there's no need for you to use your social charm, to adapt to situations and circumstances. But, you need to remain congenial to get things done smoothly. So that's just general, and also for career specifically, it's going to be things being or seem to be prosperous, and you get things done smoothly and quickly. And also planetary wise, it's favorable for you for making the right decisions at the right time for business advancements, Also, Mars moves into your house of money, so watch your anger a little bit, or your ambition with Mars. But it just show, it's a little promising because, Mars is about action and stuff. And also with Neptune and Uranus being retrograde, this month, new love opportunities don't look too promising. Starting new love opportunities, if you're coupled, or you're in a committed relationship, these things seem to be kind of calm and easygoing. If you're single, you may fall in love, right? But it's usually just for fun and entertainment, and commitment may be an issue either from your end or from the other person's end. Also for health, it's going to be there may be some issues just around general health as well, just kind of random things popping up for you. So new exercise regimens and maybe starting new diets or being more mindful of your diet may help, losing some extra weight and maintaining salubrity. All right, this is the last shuffle, and we'll get to it. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Virgo with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay all the messages as they're meant to be. All right, Virgo. Spirit, please release Virgo's first base card. Okay. I was pretty quick there, right? Temperance. Okay. Maybe involved with a Sagittarius, maybe. Okay, Spirit, please release up to 2 cards clarifying why the Temperance is here for Virgo for June of 2017. Okay, 1 more card, please. All right. So the first card, we have the King of Pentacles. This camera, too crazy. Come on, we're almost out of retrograde season. Be good to me. Okay, we're not. Okay. Then the second card is, okay, Devil reverse. Thank God, right? I'm Virgo sun, so I'm like, yes, thank God. Spirit, please release Virgo's second base card, please. All right. The Page of Cups. What is going on with this? Oh, my camera today doesn't want to focus right. Okay. Spirit, please release up to 2 cards clarifying why the Page of Cups is here for Virgo. 1 more card, please. So the first card, I'm clarifying it. The 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Taurus got that as well. And then the second is the King of Swords in reverse. Virgo, watch your little mouth this month. Okay. Spirit, please release 3 cards for what's crowning Virgo. Please, Spirit, 3 cards for what's crowning Virgo. Are you going to make an offer of love this month, Virgo? 3 cards, please. Okay, this is 2. 1 more, please. Okay, I'm taking this one too. Kind of got stuck when I was shuffling there. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, we also have the Eight of Swords here. And, okay, the 3 of Cups. Interesting. Little combo there. Okay, yeah, let's leave it at that, and then I'll pull some advice cards at the end. I'm going to adjust these. Okay, so under the deck, we have the Queen of Wands here. Let's see if I can get a little closer for you. There's a little black cat there. It's crazy, huh? Put this in the center for you. So this is not the central issue. This is just the, well, how you're coming into the reading, I guess, yeah. Okay, Virgo. Well, I think Spirit is trying to advise us and remind us how important it is to make really good decisions. And how to maintain that, right? By not letting things get out of control, or allowing things that, bound us down to actually screw things up for us, and to allow it to become an issue or to deter us away from making these better decisions or the best decision for the circumstance, Let's see. I'm also kind of picking up on a little bit of maintaining that balance, and keeping the purpose of what it is that you're trying to manifest, or what it is that the situation, pertains to at hand, and to be reminded of that purpose, and to also show you and to remind you that the devil is, he's a crazy one. He can get in the way. You could also be possibly dealing with a Capricorn that's a little insane. Possibly an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Possibly a Sagittarius. Kind of throwing all that out there. Maybe a water sign as well, possibly. The water sign may be, or you may be offering, your cup to a water sign, possibly. And also maybe a fire sign as well. Sagittarius, Leo, or an Aries. Okay, so we got that out of the way. So yeah, it's going to be important, Virgo, to remember that and to keep that balance in your life, and coming out of that period of keeping, yourself bound to whatever it is that's going on, or whatever your poison, maybe I should say, is, and not allowing that thing, or completely actually cutting it out. I'm picking up on that too. Just good, cut it. It needs to be cut already. Because the devil reverse, can mean coming out of that period, but the devil reverse can also mean that it's really out of control, and I think that's why Temperance is here. It's to remind you, also, like I said, to show you the detriment that comes out of that. And I'm also picking up on when you invite new things to come into your life that are, not so good for you. It affects your money, and it affects your home. It affects your household too. And it also affects being disciplined and controlling. When I say controlling, I mean, in a positive aspect, the balance, basically. That also has to do with temperance, but keeping that balance and that control within your life, within your home life, at your job. Also, maybe your relationships with people at your job. Let's keep in mind that we want to maintain that vibe or that environment of stability. We want to make sure that we're actually keeping it and we are growing from it. Because, there's no point to keep an environment or to keep it around if we are not gaining anything from it or we're not growing from it, And with the Queen of Pentacles right here in your thoughts, that's, you're trying to stay down to earth. You're trying to be a little, have that motherly vibe in a sense. But when we have the Eight of Swords here, it can speak of, isolation and imprisonment. See, but the thing, Virgo, about the Eight of Swords is, let me show you. Okay, you see how she's just behind the swords, but she has a blindfold on? That's a reminder that, are you convincing yourself that you are trapped, but you're not really trapped? Okay, yeah, I'm picking up on this devil, or, the devil right here that's in your spread. You can control it. You can. And you know that it's not good for you, but you're choosing to, indulge in it, and you're choosing to keep it around, and you're allowing it to kind of affect your thoughts, and you're allowing it to affect maybe your workflow. You're allowing it to influence you a little bit too much. And we as Virgos know when that happens, cut that shit. But I kind of feel like you may be using it as a crutch, Virgo. You may be saying, oh, well, it's fine. It's all right. I'm fine to other people, but you know that shit ain't cool. It's not very great, and you are doing it yourself, and you're putting yourself in that position. So I feel like it has to do with being trapped. I'm also picking up maybe some alcohol abuse as well, or maybe just having a little bit too much fun, going out and turning up a little too much. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting from it, Virgo, that you're not trapped per se. You may be, and let me just say, if there is something going on with addiction and it really is a problem, my heart goes out to you. Let me just throw that out there. But I kind of feel, Virgo, that in your thoughts you are dealing with, or having to make a decision, or battling with, between having too much fun and maybe choosing to be more, how can I say it? Choosing to do the things that you need to do. Like maybe your performance at work maybe can be a little bit better. Maybe your home life as well, with caring for the people that are, your family members, the people that you're involved with, your social circles as well. But I feel, Virgo, like you're allowing the fun to kind of take over the work. You're allowing it to just, I don't feel like it's really out of control, but I do kind of feel like you're on that verge of, it's like, it's kind of done. You're kind of coming to the point where it's like, okay, I have to shape up now. I have to stop this. Yeah, we're doing a little too much here. Or, I'm also picking up on maybe some of the people that you're involving yourself with. They may be giving you or presenting you things that necessarily satisfy you, but maybe intermittently or for the moment. And in the end, it's not good for you. And then you end up, like the Eight of Swords, where you go into that isolation. And you go into that moment of like wow, like, wow, I allowed that to happen again to me. I can't believe I did that. Like, that kind of thing. Which also kind of coincides with the first part, that I was saying about just anything in general. I feel like it's like a hindrance. And you ain't supposed to be doing that. But you kind of go through with it anyway. Um, I'm kind of feeling it's somewhat of a love situation, possibly, even though it's not really, saying that within the spread too much. But I'm kind of picking up on that. Just the Three of Cups has to, do with just with other people, but joy and company when it's upright. But I'm kind of finding I'm finding it interesting that the Eight of Swords is right between the Mother of Pentacles. I'm sorry, that's another deck. The Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Cups here. Like, why are you feeling like you're trapped? Also, picking up on too, maybe you're giving too much money or too much of your supply of maybe just patience, or maybe you're lending out your car, maybe you are just kind of your possessions in general. Maybe you are letting people kind of take advantage of you in that realm or in that sense. And it's causing you to, like, let me give you a scenario. You like lend your car to your friend, but your friend drinks a lot, okay? And all of a sudden he totals your car. And then you're like, oh, shit, what do I do now? Like, oh my God, what the hell? This is crazy. And then you're thrown back, and then you have to figure out how, you're to get another car. But then you kind of want to play the blame game when it's like, but Virgo, you touched that stove. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like that. Don't do that, because I feel like that's kind of what's going on. But since it's in your thoughts, I feel like that's what I'm saying about what you're doing, so don't do it. Like, don't convince yourself that everything's going to be fine, when your house is flooding and you're like, no, everything's dry. We're just going to be okay. It'll just wash through. It'll go away. Don't do that. And I believe that's why Temperance is here as well, to let you know that. It's funny how we have the King of Pentacles here, and we also have the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles being the person who keeps that environment, who maintains that environment, and also the King of Pentacles being there as well, the person who masters it, the person who is the authority figure of it. So I feel like the motherly figure, no womanly, with the queenie figure of it, kind of gives it more of on an emotional sense. But the King of Pentacles, he's like, no, you're not taking my coin. So it's kind of like that. That's what I'm saying, Virgo. I'm getting that feeling that you're letting the emotions kind of override the stability and the choosing of that stability. But I feel like you're going to realize it, and you're going to cut it out. You're going to be like, okay, I'm trapping myself enough. Cut this shit. Like that. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm cursing a lot today. Maybe because I'm a Virgo sun and it kind of relates to me too. And also we have over here the Page of Cups. Okay. The Page of Cups, they're like messengers, And also when it comes to love, the pages are the people who offer, give an offering. So I kind of feel like you're maybe going to give your cup to someone. And I mean, it's just the imagery on the card, I'm kind of picking up on maybe a Pisces, Let me see if I can zoom in for you. That little fish right there could possibly be a Pisces, like that's maybe, then again, I don't really like to say things like that, but you never know. My camera is acting so stupid today. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so he's a messenger. It's funny, I'm picking up on his shadow too. Kind of seems like the sun is behind him, maybe per se, or maybe on the side of him where he can't really see it. And all the water behind him signifies the emotion. Like he's not looking at his shadow, even though it's there. I kind of feel like that's the shadow side of it. Like, kind of, you don't really know where it's going to go. But I feel like you're going to offer your cup to someone maybe. You know, it's possible. And I don't know why I'm picking up on this too. I mean, given the Six of Pentacles here, you know. I mean, sixes in general meaning growth. And I mean, it being Pentacles, you know, also implies generosity and charity, giving. But I don't know what I'm picking up on. That maybe you were going to offer your cup to someone who is maybe below your tax bracket. Maybe, you know, was unemployed. I mean, you know, not throwing any shade to people who are unemployed, but I feel like it's going to be someone maybe who you are not necessarily, or someone out of your comfort zone, or primarily who you don't normally go for. And I feel like the communication is going to be very off. And since the King of Swords is here in reverse, given the communication, I feel like it's going to be off. And things are going to kind of get mixed up. But I also feel, Virgo, and I'm picking up on this too, I hate how your readings sometimes, like, or our readings, it's like I feel like I'm like putting you guys down, like, but I know you guys take it pretty good. So, yeah, enough about that. But I feel like, Virgo, you're going to maybe get a bit of a kick out of this. Like, I'm just going to say it, like, you're going to feel in control. And, you know, it's going to be like, well, he or she's going to do what I say because, you know, I have the check, I have the coin. And I feel like that's what's kind of going to go on. That could transpire from it. Or, I mean, that can maybe happen to you, you know. Energies get shifted all the time. Again, remember, this is just a general reading. But I kind of feel like that's what's going to go on. Or that could possibly be going on now. And since you're coming into the reading with the Queen of Wands, it's coming into the reading with a lot of energy, you know? Keeping that energy. The Queen of Wands is someone, you know, who protects, someone who you do not want to mess with. Like, and I also feel, Virgo, like this month too, you don't want to hear it. Like, you're just like, next. Like, you're just kind of like, you're over it. You're over people telling you this and telling you that and what they think you should do. And I mean, it's always good to take everyone's advice, of course, you know, I mean, because we can show damn give it, you know, but also I'm just picked up on when I said that, to take your own advice. But I feel like you need to be careful with that fire energy. Be careful with the things that you create, the things that you do and get involved in. I'm getting from the spirit of Virgo, I'm just really picking up on a lot of just be careful. Be mindful of what you're doing. Be mindful of who's in your life. Be mindful of the situations that you're getting involved in. Be mindful of how fast things are going to move. You know, given that we're, you know, summer's coming up pretty soon. Gemini season, I mean, alone, since it's in, you know, we're pretty much there. I mean, I want to say the sun moves into Gemini somewhere around the 1st or the 2nd, or maybe it has already. I'm not really sure about that per se too much. I mean, not on the top of my head right now real quick, but a lot of fast communication is going to, you know, come. We're going to get things done, a lot of things done. But just be very mindful of it and be very careful. And also the Queen of Wands is someone, you know, who's very charismatic, very someone who's just like, doesn't have to try, just things happen. And I think that's why at the beginning of the reading, when I was explaining that your planetary influences or the effects, you know, I was saying how you're not really going to have to use your social charm in order to adapt to situations and circumstances, but maintain that congeniality, you know? Because you do want to get things done smoothly, but you still have to kind of get along with people. That's what I'm saying in terms of be careful with the attitude a little bit. Be careful with, like, just being like, it's like, bro, I just want to do what I want to do. Like, be careful with that, because that turns people off, Virgo. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, also I'm picking up on just going back to what I was saying about the Eight of Swords here. Just be careful of, don't lie to yourself this month, Virgo. Like, just don't do it. Careful of the air signs. I don't know what it is about these air signs this month. Even last month, too. It's crazy. Beware of the X. I don't know why I'm picking up on that, too. Be careful of, okay. I'm also picking up on be careful with offering your cup to an ex. Or offering your cup to someone you know where the communication was off. And also who really didn't give you much back in return. Or if they gave you something back in return, they felt like it was good enough and it really wasn't. And it was more on their terms. And it was more of what they wanted. Like too much of what they wanted to give you. Like, I don't know what's up with these song references, but there's a song by Atmosphere. It's called The Waitress, I think, or something like that. Yeah, I think it's The Waitress. And he uses this line in there where he says, you don't have to tangle up these strings to make this puppet work. And I kind of feel like that relationship or that past relationship or this relationship that you may offer your cup to, that may happen. They may try and manipulate you a little bit. They may try and use maybe their gift of gab or their communication skills a little bit too much. And, you may be the one at the bottom there. Let me turn it up right for you so you can see it. But you see how he's giving? Which this is a good card, don't get me wrong. It's not a bad card, But it's also saying that it's important to give and to be very charitable and to give back to people who are not as fortunate as you were or are. But when it's in, okay, and also do you see the scale there? No, I'm not saying it represents Libra or anything, but it just means giving back and maintaining good karma, But when it's in reverse like that, that's doing it, but more in a manipulative manner. Or it's doing it more for a gain with the motive behind it. Kind of like contrivance, planning it out and doing it in an inappropriate manner. Or also can mean giving too much to someone or to people who don't necessarily deserve it or who don't give back in the same manner. So I feel like we need to be careful with that. Let's see what else here. Yeah, I just think that may be all about it, Virgo. I'm kind of picking up on. Yeah, I think that was the main messages. Or those were the main messages, I should say. Just be careful. Just be careful of your energy, too, like I was saying a minute ago. Watch it. Don't be too... I think that's why temperance is there as well. Don't be too quick to make decisions. Ground yourself. Don't let people or other things influence you too much, And if there are some things going on, I'm also, just because of the card, but I'm also picking up on maybe sexual things. And I don't know why I'm picking up on as well. Maybe some of you are getting into maybe the adult industry or thinking about maybe doing some like webcam stuff or something like that. Be careful with that. I think that's why temperance is there. Like, just be, that's all I'm going to say about that. But just be careful with that. You never know who can see it or who can get a hold of something like that. Oh, Lord, God forbid. Oh, my God. Anyway, yeah, just be careful with that. Just be careful in general, just with people and situations, and be careful with the overindulgences. They'll be turning up too much. Yeah, I'm going to say that's about it. I'm going to pull some advice cards for you. Let's see what comes up. I'm going to move her so I can put the advice in the center for you. Just put her to the side right there. Right. Spirit, please release up to 3 cards for advice for Virgo for the situation at hand. Release up to 3 cards. Just be careful with the manipulation. I'm getting that a lot. I'm just going to keep pulling until I want to keep the energy going. Spirit, one more card, please. Okay, I'm going to pick this one. Sticking out, single. Okay. Oh. Lovers in reverse. Virgo, is that Gemini bothering you? I'm just kidding. Maybe though, possibly. Okay. Actually, yeah, that was the third card. It doesn't really matter, but. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, Virgo, we have Judgment. Running out of space here. Do it like this. There we go. Okay. So. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is very, very, very slow. He's the, let me show you guys. He's the slowest knight, okay? This is, he gets things done right? He does, because, you know, I mean, not just because he's Pentacles, but, you know, he gets things right. But, my God, is he not anything but slow? So slow. I mean, I don't know why he's even on a damn horse. I mean, how slow he moves, you know? Be careful with this, Virgo. I feel like there may be some stagnation in your life, or maybe in certain situations. That's a big possibility. Be careful with that stagnation. I'm also picking up on be careful with waiting, you know, with that vacillation. When things are presented to you, make sure you know, and there are opportunities for growth, grab it, Virgo, and go with it. Make the decision, because, I mean, when you don't and you lag it, you don't get the opportunity, so then you're in the same place. But then you can take the opportunity and stop second-guessing yourself and your abilities, and maybe it will actually work out for you. So what do you really have to lose, you know? Be careful with the ex, Virgo, or someone who you know plays around too much. Be careful with that. Picking up a lot on that. Maybe that's why. I'm kind of picking up on two. When I say that's why, I'm sorry. That's why, meaning the Three of Cups is there, or, you know, is here. Careful with that. Maybe this person or your ex may be in this social circle with you, or maybe you guys may have common friends. Careful with that. They may try and come back. Could be a Gemini, you know, given the lovers, just the card by itself signifying it. I'm also picking up on be careful with who you offer yourself to, or offer your money to, or offer your possessions to. Going kind of back to the beginning when I was telling you about, don't trap yourself and then be upset at it or cry about it at you know, overall, when things turn out the way that, you know, they turned out, because that's how it is, you know. And you need to be a little bit more balanced this month, Virgo, in terms of everything. I think just don't think about it too much. Don't drive yourself crazy, because we do that every single day, and we have that down pat. But just be mindful of it. That's all. I feel like this is what this month's reading is about. It's just being careful. Be very mindful of what you're doing. Be careful of who you're giving yourself to. Be careful of the situations that you're getting involved in. Provide an objective outlook on things. Make sure things run smoothly, and how that happens is checking in with yourself. Virgo, do not deny your emotions. You need to work on that. Acknowledge them. You're there for a reason. Don't say, oh, I don't have time to worry about that right now. No, worry about it, feel it, acknowledge it, and then we can move on. I think that's about it. Yeah. Bottom of the deck here. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, just thinking about or maintaining that balance. Make sure that you maintain it, which I think you probably are this month. So you can have the confidence to know that you can take anything on in this world. Maintaining that adaptability. Yeah. Let's see what else is here. Ooh, the Five of Cups. Because when we don't do that, or when we make those decisions that we know lead to detriment and take us down the same path, this is how we end up feeling. Adversity, loss, regret, and turmoil. I feel like it has to do kind of with the Eight of Swords here a little bit. Don't do that, Virgo. Don't. We've been down this road too many times before. You know, be careful, Virgo. Okay? I think that's about it. I think this is pretty good. This is pretty much all that's kind of coming through. That's weird. I just put them down randomly, and look, I mean, I put it on this side right there. Be careful of this. Minus her, but be careful. Okay, lies I tell. Be careful of coming in too quickly. Be careful of, you know, using that little charm of yours and then getting involved in this situation right here where you give your cup to the wrong person and then, you know, throws your balance off. But Virgo, if you choose to do that, don't cry about it. That's it. Okay. All right, Virgo, hope you enjoyed it. Hope I helped you. You got some clarity. Yeah, that's about it. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed your reading for June 2017. Bye.